Hello, this is Samsai again and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So last time I quit the game because of some scheduling issues, but now I'm continuing with my mission. So we're still looking for stuff on Solstheim. We are actually right here right now, right next to the Cave of Hidden Music. And basically we've explored most of the area of Solstheim now. It's only really this segment of the island left. And I'm going to go and check out this area as well, just in case it has some interesting barrels and things of that nature. But yeah, we have the new the quest to find the entrance to Sovngarde, which I am a little bit well, let's say I'm not really convinced that we are going to find it, but what the hell, we're going to try to find it regardless. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal up myself, because we still have plenty of magicka, so there is no point in using a heal spell, so I might just use Chrysamere to heal myself up. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep heading along the coast, and once I've explored the coast, I'm going to check out the sort of inner areas, and then we're going to more or less check out what is in Castle Karstag, because I haven't actually properly explored it as far as I recall. But yeah, once I find something interesting, I will let you guys know, but until then, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Okay, I think I may have found something. So I went all the way to the coast, and there is this place called Thormore's Watch, and there's a man standing on top of ice, I'm guessing. That's not really rock. So are you Thormore, and what are you watching for? Hopefully you're not going to just straight up go hostile on me. Just in case you are, I'm just going to equip my fire bite. I'm probably going to have to get even better, like, spells. I'm thinking, like, combining these on-touch effects with slightly more damage might be a good idea, because, like, the fireballs and the shock balls, they do a lot of damage, but they are also quite expensive to cast. But yeah, this is a...
Behold the sea, friend. Never will you meet a maiden so beautiful or unforgiving.
Thormore Greywave. Hello, stranger. I don't see many sightseers out here. The cold and the horkers drive most people away. Me, I just come here to watch the sea. I used to be a ship captain, you know, but that was before that night at sea. What night? A few months ago I was ferrying some settlers from Skyrim to Solstheim. I was tired, so tired. I fell asleep at the rudder, the ship drifted into a gale, and by the time I woke up it was too late. I couldn't regain control and the ship capsized. There were only 2 survivors, me and an old man whose entire family was lost in the wreck. I told the man of my terrible failure, and he used his power as a seer and a wizard to punish me. You see, Samsai, I have been cursed with eternal wakefulness. Okay. As punishment for my incompetence, the seer laid a powerful curse upon me. I am exhausted but can't sleep no matter what I try. Potions, magicka, nothing works. The truth is I haven't slept at all in 6 months. Samsai, if you happen to run into the seer, maybe you could convince him to lift the curse. His name is Galer the Mumbling, and he lives by himself in a dwelling here on Solstheim. Do this for me and I will share with you the most valuable secret I learned when I was ship captain. Okay, well, if I happen to stumble upon this person, then sure. But you don't happen to know where he lives, now do you? Yeah, that about sums up the island, that's true. So we apparently have a nice quest to find a seer and a wizard to lift a curse from this person. And the guy's name was Galer or something? Yeah, Gaylor the Mumbling. Well, if I find this kind of a person, then sure, I will try to lift the curse. But I have no promises, since I don't know where he lives. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna keep walking, like, along the coast, up until, like, Castle Karstag, and then I'm going to loop back and check out the inland areas. But yeah, once again, once I see something cool, I'll let you guys know. This is something. Could this be... Bearskin covered exit to the Varstad caves. Well, that's a nice excuse to go check it out. So this is some sort of a cave, and we haven't checked this one out at all, so this ought to be fun. Let's just make sure I have, yeah, I have Firebite equipped, so I can practice my destruction magic on something that is fairly simple to kill. If there is anything here. It said that it was a cave, not a dwelling, so it's fairly likely that there is actually something here to actually kill. Luckily me and Chrysamir are perfectly ready for this. Which also reminds me that I need to actually check the condition of my equipment. And my Orcish Chorus is starting to go a little bit, so I'm going to have to... I'm basically due for a fix soon. In fact, both of my pauldrons are already busted. So once I'm done with this little trip to Skyrim... not Skyrim, Solstheim. Skyrim is still a long way away. Once I'm done with this little trip to Solstheim, I'm going to have to go and repair my equipment. The one problem with the Orcish stuff is that it's quite weak. If I could find something that was a little bit less so. Like, it's not weak as in, like, it has good armor rating, it just breaks really easily. So I'm constantly having to repair it, and because I don't do armory skills or armor skill myself, I actually need to take it to a proper smith to get it fixed. So far, we haven't seen a whole lot here, though. 45 speed and... oh, restore health. Exclusive. Yeah, it's important to keep your eyes open in these caves. Never know what you will find. Okay, and now the cave is splitting up into multiple passages. Either they are all going to lead into the same place, or I can just explore them one by one. So we might as well start on the leftmost passage. Okay, yeah, so it seems that you didn't have a whole lot of fun. Restore health potion, it's always good. And another one. Droichorus. Oh. Now this is something interesting. It's medium armor, so it's perfect for me, and armor rating 69. Haha. Perfect condition and value 5050. Well, that's definitely going to take care of the Cuirass problem. Now we just need to get pauldrons. So that's another piece of rare armor. Because the Orcish stuff, we've seen that on Orcs before. So that means that my Adamantium Helm and my Cuirass are now both rare stuff. Along with, well, I guess the Poison Eater robe is probably not that rare. That was nice. Okay, and this is a good chance for me to use my Open Almost All spell. And it's Hammers and Scuttle. Well, it's something. And Huntsman's Longsword. But it's not really, it's one-handed long blade. I guess it's valuable, but it's not like that great. Like even the Nordic Silver, well, this is a claymore, so it's not exactly a one-to-one match, but it does like 1 to 18 damage. If we compare that to, do we even have a good comparison? I mean, comparing to the Chrysamere is basically not fair whatsoever. Bloodskull, I guess, is a good comparison point. Yeah, Bloodskull is still, well, I mean, Bloodskull is also a rare item, so that's not fair either, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Also, it's valuable, so we might as well pick it up. Oh, we're encumbered. Well, that means that the Reekling blades are, or the Reekling lances are going to go. Yep, there they go. Oh, and more stuff. This is turning out to be a nice little cave. Oh. Did I even do a dungeon save? Yes, I did. Okay, well, this doesn't seem too horrible. Let's see if I can, like, put something to use here. See if we can get, like, a good fireball or two off. Okay, fine. Chrysamere it is. Okay, there goes your shield. I'm guessing I broke it, probably. Yeah, I broke your shield. That's why you stopped using it. Silver longsword. Don't really care. But even the silver longsword is actually better than the huntsman's longsword. It's just that the huntsman's longsword is apparently some variety of rare because it's so valuable. Yeah, that solves the whole why are there no enemies thing. There in fact are enemies. They just didn't show up at first. Hopefully the piece of armor that I picked up wasn't cursed or anything. That would be unfortunate. But we probably should save, considering, I mean, if there's one, then there's more than one. That's usually a good rule to follow. If a dungeon has one of something, unless it's like a boss thing, then it probably has more of that same variety. Or at least it's good to assume that it has more of the same. Another corpse. And you have a bear shield. I don't really use shields at the moment. There's a pauldron, but it's heavy armor, so it's not really my kind of thing. Just cannot make use of it. Bourbon health restore, I can just use that immediately. Do I have any boots right now? No, I don't. My orcish boots are in fact out of con as well. So I'm walking on bare feet right now. Fine, I guess I'll put some bearskin boots on. But and that's just the silver longsword. But Nordic silver longsword, which actually means that its value is at 1,000, so that's worth keeping in mind. Is there something that I can like get rid of? I can drop the longsword. That brings me back to carry capacity. But we're sort of like on the edge of running out of condition. Not condition, carry capacity. And an empty chest with a level 50 lock, so good stuff. Where's my alteration magic, by the way? It's doing decently well. But like the alteration magic right now isn't really a major problem. Being able to cast the... Oh, that's a chest, hidden chest. And a hidden man, and another hidden chest. Being able to open the locks a little bit more, you know, like being able to guarantee an opened lock a little more would be nice. Scuttle, I guess I can just use that. And that's good for Undusi's open door. More Scuttle. I guess I'm going to have to use the Scuttle to do something. That plus Sultris makes a restore fatigue potion. Unless it doesn't, which also sometimes happens. Is there anything else that does... Hacklow does restore fatigue. Haven't really been able to put this stuff to much use, like the alchemy. Restore Magicka, and that other one was resist Magicka. Yeah, I just haven't been able to really make much use out of these things. The alchemy system is still a little bit weird for me, but I'm not really specializing in it, and like I can get potions fairly easily now that I have a lot of money. Some of the mechanics in Morrowind are still fairly new to me. Like considering, like it's worth remembering that this is basically my first time I'm like actually playing through this game. That's an emerald. And over encumbered. Is there something that I can like really drop now? Belt of Iron Will, I'm probably never going to use that. I don't want to drop my armor. I guess I could like drop the Aurakesh, but I want to sell it too. The Shield of Wounds is heavy armor, and it's actually fairly heavy, so let's drop that. Then I have a whole bunch of these amulets. But most of these are like situational. I guess the Blood Despair is something that I'm not going to use. Blind on touch, well that's a ring, so it doesn't really matter, it's very, very tiny. And there's the Engraved Ring of Healing, which is really weak. An exquisite amulet that's worth selling. Just basically, the problem is that I'm hoarding a whole lot of stuff and there is like no place for me to put all of this. I mean, I have repair prongs, but I bet I cannot fix up stuff all that well. Repair failed, repair failed. Yeah, I just cannot... Apparently I am repairing this a little bit. So at least that's something. Can I use the... I think I may have a couple of... Actually, I probably don't even have a couple of... hammers. I could probably use those as well, but nah. But yeah, basically that repaired up my helmet a little bit. And that's just a whole bunch of gold and a fortified magicka. This I can open with open almost all. And it's Sultris. Good stuff. I mean, what I can do is I can pick up some of this stuff and just slap it in here for safekeeping in case I somehow remember to come back here. I probably won't. So why do I have Nordmead? Must have just picked it up somewhere. But I'm just gonna pick up these things and just slap them right here. Because it's not like I'm going to use these too much. What was the other thing? I think it was an amulet or something. Oh, the Belt of Iron Will, that's it. I mean, at least I've stored something in here. So, if this is considered like, I don't know, some weird form of geocaching, then someone will find my random crap in there. Also, I'm just thinking there were those couple of hammers around here. No, it's not here. This is the place that was practically empty. Unless I already remember incorrectly. Just thinking if I can like try to use those hammers to repair some of my stuff, but I'm like not 100% sure if I can. What I would like to repair is, well, the boots, kind of. I mean, this is a good way for me to use up all of these hammers and maybe possibly repair some of my stuff. Okay, that gets the boots back in operational condition for a moment. And that means that I can actually drop the bare boots. This is 52 armor rating and this is 26, so not really worth keeping around. But I'm probably still going to pass by an actual smith and, you know, repair my stuff once I get back to the, not mainland, but the other island, the island of Morrowind, or rather, well, whatever you would call this place, I forget. I'm not really all that amazing at the Elder Scrolls geography. I can like barely remember the cities, and if I had to like accurately describe to you where all of those are without actually having a map, probably fail pretty badly. But that takes care of that, so I'm going to save. I mean, dungeon save is not really entirely accurate right now, but I'm going to save on top of that anyway. I should have maybe a new save, a post-dungeon save. But yeah, since I found that, I'm gonna keep walking up the coast, and once again, if I find something cool, I'm definitely going to mention it. But for now, I'll just keep walking. Okay, and after traversing all of that ice, it was just ice, we have actually arrived at Castle Karstag, this formation of ice, I'm guessing, more or less. And it's been, I think, a while, though not that long, but it's been a while since we've been here last. And I think the reason why I didn't explore this further was either because I couldn't, as in I couldn't get past something, or there were enemies that were too difficult to handle. Also taking a look in that direction, because that looks a little bit suspicious. I didn't check like the outer side of the this area called the Morrowind Glacier. I just went outside to check out the coast, and that means I did not fully explore possibly some areas on the like inland side of the glacier. So that makes me a little bit suspicious. I might need to check this area, but yeah, of course it's not even marked on the map, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. But first, let's go and see if we can actually make our way inside the castle. Because there was, I recall, being at the gates. Oh yeah, the gates don't open. That's probably the reason why it's why we were stopped before. I wonder if there's oh yeah, there's the Bengongerike, one of the dungeons that we found near here. Also, yeah, there's a whole bunch of these warriors. Let's see if I can like lure one of these guys at me, and I probably should also take restore fatigue. Do I have any potent ones? This is a pretty powerful one. Ah. These guys also have most definitely reflect capability, so these guys cannot be fought with magic. Also, there seems to be something in that area. So once I've dealt with both of these warriors, I'm going to have a look in that direction as well. I really hate these guys. Even though they are kind of weak now, the bristlebacks are annoying. I just don't like them. They have too much like stun lock capability, and it's just annoying to fight against them. Let's just see if there is any kind of maybe an indirect access into the castle. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, the castle is just there. It's cannot really be gotten into. I wonder if I could like jump on top of it and see what is there that way. Yeah, the entrance into the throne room is just blocked. Like, I cannot get through the door. And I don't think there's any kind of a pass wall or anything like that, so it's basically we need to trigger something to make it open. And I'm guessing it might be tied into some kind of a quest, which I haven't gotten. I know there's there's supposed to be like a main quest to this island, and I most definitely haven't done that. And I hear a boar, yeah, a bristleback tusk. Not that powerful, still annoying as hell. But yeah, that's something. That's a cave entrance or possibly a dwelling. So we'll have a look at that. Also, I went through my journal and I received, when I helped the one guy with the Draugr, we received an invitation into the Skull Village. So that might be something to check out. Also, I'm going to, well, another good excuse to go check out a cave. Yeah, this is to the Früchte. I'm not sure what that place is, but we're going to check it out. Just going to do a dungeon save beforehand. Okay, yeah, that's this place is filled with people. I mean, I imagine Firestorm might be. No, these guys are actually skeletons, so who wants to bet that this is going to be another necromancer? At least these don't seem to be summons, so okay, we're going to need a little bit of help on this one. Standard health restore should do it. Okay, we need more. Because these guys actually managed to knock me down, and so they are going to take some free hits. Okay, that takes care of that trio of berserkers. Silver Claymore, sadly, that is something that I can still carry. And it's also something that I can just about sell. And that's another Claymore, but that definitely takes me over capacity. I'm guessing that... Did I pick up the Huntsman's thing? No, I did not. So this is all valuable stuff. Which means that I think one of these has to go. One of the Claymores. Well, that's fine. I can live without. So let's go and find whoever is raising the dead, because I bet it's yet another necromancer. And that's just a random skull. That's good. Anything hiding in the corners? No. Okay, that's just another skeleton. If it's just a single skeleton, it's fine. Can't really hurt us. So that's destruction increased. We're not doing a whole lot of damage against this skeleton, but it's fine. Just need 2 more levels and then we will be able to become a wizard in the Mage's Guild. Which I think that is like the second highest. After that it's just Archwizard. So I'm going to basically say that once I reach the rank of Archwizard in the Mage's Guild, even if there are some like random quests, because I think the Trebonius Dwarf quest is actually a real quest. It's just like, the instructions on it are really unclear. But I've been checking some of the stuff on, like, on the wiki pages, because this game has very good wiki pages. But, like, I don't want to just straight up use the wiki to get through stuff unless I have some sort of an idea as to what I'm supposed to be doing. So, like, just cheating through that quest using the wiki seems like a bit of a cheap thing to do. Okay. Yeah, these guys are actually somewhat tough, considering particularly since I don't actually have a whole lot of armor right now. Like, my armor rating has dropped quite significantly because I just don't have the boots, the cuirass, the pauldrons, the greaves. So I'm basically just relying right now on Wolfender Silver Dagger. Okay. It doesn't do a whole lot, it's just named Wolfender. I mean, that's a cool name, but it just doesn't really do anything. You almost turned. Ah. I would really like to know what causes the whole staggering. Like, what kind of is there just a random number that is generated? Or what it really, like, how it's determined? That's a chest, though. Oh, and level up. Level 17. Life isn't over, you still get smarter or cleverer or more experienced or meaner, but your body and soul just aren't going to get any younger. Okay, strength is already maxed out, so I guess we're just going to go with more intelligence for extra magicka, and more endurance for more health. At this point, personality is a little bit of a weak side of ours. I guess resisting magicka might be a good thing so that we don't get screwed over by hostile mages, particularly since we might just, you know, face one now. Silver darts and armor's hammers. I can just use these to try and fix some of my stuff up. Getting the greaves and or the boots back would be a nice idea. Let's see if we can get the greaves back. Okay, that's actually fixed. The thing is, yeah, these like orcish items, they are just very, very weak. They don't really stand much in the way of use. Okay, and that's just all of my hammers used up. But that did fully repair the greaves, which gives me an extra, like, a couple of armor points. Man, this cave is just full of skeletons. Some of them are still alive, some of them have just been sort of stabbed into the walls. So that makes me think that maybe it's not a necromancer? Or maybe it really is, but who knows? We'll find out eventually. Talking which, probably get that firestorm spell out and see if I can, like, throw some fire at the... Oh, that's not a necromancer, that's just a regular grunt. Wonder if the chilling breeze is probably not going to do much against you, is it? But we could try the shock ball. Poison probably doesn't do a whole lot against you, but that did something, and now you're stabbing me while I'm down. That's not very gentlemanly of you, but then again, you're just a skeleton now. It's sort of to be expected to lose some of your ability to be gentlemanly if you don't even have any, you know, skin to cover your bones. Iron Warhammer. Okay, and a bear helmet. Another one. And that's a Huntsman's crossbow. That might actually be decent as far as crossbows go, but of course, not being a crossbow user, I wouldn't know. And we don't have enough magicka, so we might as well just rest up, and nothing here. Okay. So, it's just a cave of skeletons and not much else. I mean, I'm fine with that. It was good experience for my destruction magic, which actually means that we are at a good 68 out of the 70 required. So it's actually not going to take too long. Although I do not want to be out there in that condition. So waiting a couple of hours for this to potentially clear, and it hasn't. Okay, was there anything else that looked funny? I think there were some interesting looking things in that direction, so we might as well go check those out. So let's head towards the castle and see if we can find our way to some other interesting areas around here. Possibly find one of the dwellings. But after that, I think I'm heading to Skull Village and then probably Thirsk. The Skull Village to check out one of the possible like endings to a quest. The Draugr quest. And Thirsk for... I think I had something to do in Thirsk. Probably. If nothing else, I can ask around there for Solstheim. But yeah, this is very noisy. Don't really like this whole noisy storm here. Hopefully it ends quickly. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest here for a couple of hours to see if it ends. There we go, that's a little bit better. Also, this gives me a better idea of what is actually going on here. But yeah, I didn't check this side of the freaking glacier. Yeah, I forgot the word. So there might still be something around here, including possible dungeons or just Ricklings. Yeah. That looks like a cave entrance to me. Or a dwelling, but I'm not sure who would be dwelling in Rickling territory, so it's probably just a cave. But I would accept a dwelling if it was the dwelling of that one wizard who shipwrecked along with the captain. Because if I can find the... if I can lift the curse, then there was some kind of a reward in it for me. And that's another freaking bristleback tusker. And you've already lost me. You know what? You know what? Can I actually cast that? Chance is 100, so yes, I can. Well done. You have jumped into the water. Can you get out? Probably not. I think you're a fish now. Yeah, just... evolve freaking fins or something. I'm not even going to bother fishing you out of there. Yeah, this island isn't actually that, like, it's not small. Like, it takes a while to actually get around, but it's not that big once you've, like, gotten enough, you know, level ups to actually be able to match the inhabitants. It feels a little bit bigger when you're, you know, avoiding all the bears and the wolves. This leads to Dom. I'm not sure what to think of this place, but I'm going to heal up first before we go anywhere. I mean, it has torches, but so far no skulls. And I'm pretty sure I haven't visited this place. No, I haven't. That's a dude. Let's go check out the side passages first. But I imagine the locals are probably not going to be too happy to see me. It's I didn't quite like recognize what they were, but I'm guessing possibly some form of barbarians. Okay, that's a spellcaster. I didn't mean to cast that at you. I meant to cast that at your friend. Okay, resistant magic. I think this is the my magic resistance, my like innate magic resistance, and the robe that I'm wearing actually coming in handy there. Through the hog, wolf chorus, not really something that I want, and winter wound dagger. Worth 1,000, which means that I can actually pick this up, and it's only weighing 10. These weigh 25 each. So I'm going to start replacing... yeah, that's another one. I'm going to start replacing these claymores with the winter wounds. That's a restore luck. That's an interesting one. Heavy mail boots and iron cuirass, and yeah, that claymore I just gave you. I shouldn't be surprised to find my own claymore that I just gave you, but sure, I sure was surprised. But these are magic users. At least some of them are. So let's be a little bit careful. Okay, this is a whole bunch of stuff. Like hound meat. And that's resin that I can actually use to try and make some potions. I mean, I might as well just pick up all of this and, you know, try and make something out of it. And the journeyman's hammer I will try to use to fix the boots, not the curse. And more stuff. Okay, let's see if I can make some potions and, you know, try and figure this stuff out. Oh, that's not really what I meant to do. But these I can combine with the hound meat to at least make, or the sultries, that also works. So I can make some restore fatigue, scuttle. That's at least something. And then there's the hound meat somewhere around here. Unless that's something that I just ate. Didn't really mean to do that. Restore, that's just the health. That's the hound meat. Fortify fatigue apparently here as well. Let's try resin and the marshmallow. No, I'm not good enough at... Oh, but wickweed, I can also try with that. No, that fell too. Restore fatigue from the grab meat. But I think I might be out of restore fatigue things. Yeah, it's just drains and things of that nature. Well, I sure tried. We got at least one restore fatigue out of it, so it's good. But I just don't think that alchemy is really a thing that I can, like, make work with this character too much. First of all, I don't know the mechanics properly. I think, like in Skyrim, it's like you shove a whole bunch of stuff down your throat and then you figure out what what the effects are, and then you can just combine them. I'm not sure if it, like, it did, I accidentally put one of those things in my mouth, and it did indicate that there was no effect from that, so it might be a similar kind of a system. Talking about the restore fatigues, I'm going to chuck one of those down. Don't really have the magicka to make any kind of magic attacks here, but I still have the good old Chrysamere. Yeah, I'm right here, ready to fight you. Just don't start casting anything and we will be just perfectly fine. Okay, that's just the... I'm thinking that's just... yeah, the Windsor Wound dagger that's causing that. And you just had light armor and lockpicks. And I'm guessing you were not alone here. Yeah? Thought so. Yep, you are out of magicka. And because you're a mage, you're not that good at fighting hand to hand. Grand Soul Gem. Okay. You can have my claymore because I have a dagger off of you that is just easier to carry. Okay, so you had some boxes. Sure, I'll grab whatever is in here. For this purpose, we have an almost all spell. Journeyman Hammer. The Adamantium Helm is starting to be in slightly rough shape. No, that's fine. Got some use out of that, so it's all good. And just a whole bunch of money, which is perfectly acceptable to me. So now there's just the other side, and I'm guessing it's going to loop back, and then there's the central room, which we're going to take a look in last. It's probably going to have the easiest enemies, but it's fine. We're not really optimizing this too much. Actually, the shock ball probably... I mean, the firestorm does okay damage. It's like up to 100 damage. But the shock ball costs less to cast. And I think like fire may not be as awesome here as I would have maybe initially imagined. I'm guessing a chamber there. Yep. Face magic. Okay, and we both go hand to hand in now. Up. I'm guessing this is not a name because I already met a guy named that. But thanks for the dagger. And this is going a little bit deeper than I thought. Okay, I'm going to loop around and just check the middle chamber now, because that seems to be going deeper than I initially thought it would. It would be nice to know what these guys actually are. I mean, it seems to be some sort of an organized group of some sort with magical capabilities on a decent amount of them. You think? You missed. You missed again. Yeah, well, that wasn't really fighting. This is the fighting part. Yeah, I understand. That puts me above capacity again, so you can have my final... Actually, that's... I have this wild flame sword that you can have instead of that one. This way I have some stuff that is slightly more valuable. The wild flame sword wasn't exactly great, but in fact the Jinx sword isn't great either. Well, that's fine. I'm going to pick up something better at some point. Probably, yeah, I don't have enough magicka for this, so I might as well just wait. And there's Sultris here. Well, we can use that and the crab meat, so that way we can maybe have a... Oh, that's a potion. Okay, next time I see someone with a dagger, I'm going to give them the Dwemer Jinx sword. Also, I think I'm gonna probably keep going with the shock ball as my offensive spell. It's not the greatest spell, and it still feels a little bit weak as far as like my magicka is not that great. I feel like I have too few points in magicka to greatly affect changes in the world using my magical powers. As in, I cannot kill people all that easily with my magic. At least when I use those ranged spells. I'm guessing I could make some of those touch-based spells a little bit better. Really, I've killed every one of you so far. I'm just going to chuck one of these Restore Fatigues and start stabbing you. Okay, you can have this as a consolation prize for your second place in our great competition of combat. I'm not even sure what effect these spells of yours have, because you haven't been able to land a single one of them yet. Oh, you're using a healing thing. That's a little bit annoying of you, but hopefully you don't have more of those. Yeah, that's a nice cream you have there. Medium armor, but it's worse than the stuff that I already have. Have this and I'll have this. It's a fair trade. Here, so what do you have in the box? Level 50 box, so this is probably not going to be anything all that great, but at least I can easily open it. Yeah, it's Scuttle. That's great. More Restore Fatigue potions. And we failed. That's fine, at least we've burned some of those ingredients that we have. So, that's this place. Nice place. Had some not that difficult enemies. Some alright loot as far as like value to weight ratio is concerned. So it wasn't really a bad place to go. Now let's just get out of here and let's hope that there isn't a massive, you know, storm outside. Oh, did you actually make your way out of that ice hole? Oh, that's good for you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drink one of these and then I'm going to start hitting you. Come back here. What the hell are you doing? Enemies nearby, I'm guessing it's that bear or something. Is there anything, there's still some... Oh, it's another boar. Okay. Now I can rest a while. Okay, but yeah, that's this area more or less explored. So I guess I'm going to walk closer to the... In fact, that place right there might be interesting to take a look at. Yeah, I'm going to check out the inland areas a little bit more. And once I'm basically happy with the exploration, I'm just going to start moving towards Skull Village. So if I find something between now and the Skull Village, I will let you guys know. If not, then we will meet in Skull Village. So, as I was like checking around in these regions here, and I was basically looking at the map, I just recalled this area here. So this is actually a character we've already met, and we've actually been here before. This was the guy that we got the head for. I think we did, anyway. But that means that we've actually probably were on the good side of this person now. So we might be able to lift the curse if we were just, you know, friendly and happy.
Oddfred tells me things, friend.
Hello again. Yes, I'm aware. Hello again, Spellsword. It seems we still have some unfinished business. If I'm not mistaken, there's something you want from me. Indeed. There is the eternal wakefulness thing. I didn't think I would ever feel the need to relieve Thormore Greywave's misery, but you did me a great service by returning Oddfried Whitelip. As a show of thanks, I will now remove Thormore's curse. Geller begins to make several odd hand gestures and mumbles under his breath. There, Thormore's curse has been lifted. He will now find the sleep that I have denied him for so many months. I hope he finds peace. He'll sleep, but even I can't stop a guilty man's nightmares. Thank you kindly. So that means that we've actually sorted that out. Do you actually mind if I sleep here? Apparently I am allowed to sleep here, but I'm not really surprised.
Tells me things, friend. Secretly.
I'm aware. So let's go and inform our friend of his lack of a curse now, and then I think I'm going to walk over to Skull, because it feels like we've seen quite. Basically, well, I'm not sure if we've seen all the things here, but we've seen quite a few things that this place has to offer already. I haven't been able to find anything too amazing for a while, so yeah, once I get to Thormore, who should be just around here. There he is. Hopefully he doesn't just immediately fall asleep, because I imagine that would be quite unfortunate. Also, the wind is picking up speed again. Is Thormore? Oh, hello.
Behold the sea, friend. Never will you meet a maiden so beautiful.
Samsai, you did it. You spoke with Galer, got him to remove the curse. I know this because I can barely stay on my feet. I'm ready to fall asleep, my friend. Do you hear me? Fall asleep. Haha, I need to lie down now, Samsai. You have done an incredible service, and I would return the favor, but not just yet. First I must sleep. Meet me in my room at the Thirsk Mead Hall, and I will give you your due after I have had a chance to get some rest. Well, that's a good idea to go to Thirsk then. So goodbye for now. So, what this means is that I'm actually going to head towards Skull now. Yeah, I'm gonna start walking over there, meet up with my friend Ingmar, and then we're going to go to Thirsk and deal with that problem. So, yeah, I'll be back momentarily once I've reached Skull.